How you doing, man? In this video, I want to talk about faith, right? So in this new year, faith is going to be a important factor in improving for you and your relationship with God. Now, I'll tell you this. Mark chapter 11, verse 24, it says, "Therefore I tell you, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it and it will be yours." Notice that word believe, right? When you think of the word believe, you think of athletes that use it, right? Kobe Bryant, LeBron. You have to believe in yourself, right? You even hear entrepreneurs talk about how you need to believe in yourself because nobody else will believe in you, right? Think about this. If God believed in you and he never gave up on you, then why are you giving up on yourself, right? Why do you have so little faith? Whenever Jesus' disciples were on the boat with him and Jesus was sleeping, right? Because Jesus wasn't worried, right? His disciples were the ones that were worried. His own followers were the ones that were worried. So think about this. If Jesus' followers were worried that they would die and that they would cease to exist, think about yourself, right? These are Jesus's personal and chosen followers, right? These are the people that were supposed to be, if not Jesus' greatest supporters, right? Greatest followers, greatest doers, right? These are the same people who followed Jesus. But at the same time, they didn't believe in Jesus in that moment. They had little faith. Jesus asked them on that boat, "Do ye have little faith?" Right? Is your faith so small that you think I would let you die or that you will die? Jesus literally spoke these words. He literally got rid of it. Got rid of the storm and everything settled. Everything was calm. There was a calm. Think about your own life, right? In the times of storms, in the times of rain, hail, sleet, snow, blizzards, think about it. Where is your faith lying? Is your faith lying in other people or is your faith lying in the one above? Is your faith lying in objects and materialistic things, or is your faith lying on yourself, or is your faith up above? See, this is something we have to understand. Let me read something else for you. Ephesians chapter 3, verse 16 through 17. "I pray that out of his glorious riches he may strengthen you with power through the Spirit in your inner being, so that Christ may dwell in your hearts through faith. And I pray that you, being rooted and established in love," right? I pray that out of his glorious riches he may strengthen you with power through his Spirit in your inner being, right? That means power and strength and faith and improvement comes through Christ, comes through God, and it comes through supplication of prayer with God. See, this is what we have to understand, that prayer is so powerful in improving our faith, right? To strengthen your inner being is through faith, through Christ, through obedience, right? To really deep down, get deep in the faith is through strengthening your inner self, right? It's not about putting on mass muscles. It is not about changing your hair, not about getting on a skin moisturizer, a skin routine, right? A face routine, right? It doesn't matter how clean you are. It matters about your inner self, right? Think about it. "So that Christ may dwell in your hearts through faith," right? Let me read you something else. Hebrews 11:1. "Now faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see," right? It's confidence. How much confidence do you have? Jesus' disciples did not have confidence. Even the people that Jesus preached to had no confidence at one point in who he was, right? Satan even tried to try Jesus. "If you are who you say you are, turn these stones into bread." But Jesus knew better, right? "Man shall not live on bread alone, but every word according to God." Think about it, bro. For 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 7. "For we live by faith, not by sight." Faith. We live by faith. We don't live by only things we can see, because we cannot see all things. Only God is all knowing and all seeing and all doing. And all knowing. He knows it all. So why are we sitting here acting like we know what is good for us? Right? Because 9 times out of 10, God has something better, right? Now faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see. We will not see the outcome. All we can do is be confident in faith, have trust in God, and to really put things into perspective of the goals and purposes we feel like God has given us. He'll give us these things, but we have to have faith first. James chapter 1 verse 6, but when you ask, you must believe and not doubt. Right? When you ask God for something in prayer, do not doubt. Because the one who doubts is like a wave of the sea, blown and tossed by the wind. Right? That means it's like nothing. It's just thrown aside. It's like another thought. It's another idea. It's another point. That means there's no substance in that. That means without belief and without strength and without confidence, that there is nothing there. There's nothing but doubt, fear, and being scared, right? Because without confidence, what are you? That's like putting up 1,000 shots in the gym, putting up a bunch of reps, right? Gaining all this education, going to school, and then you get out into the field or get out into the real work life or real world, and you don't do anything or put in any effort in. It's because you have no confidence in your skills and in your work ethic and in the type of things you've done, right? Because of that, you won't put your full confidence face on, and you won't have that full, that full indulgence of faith. Hebrews 11:6, and I'm sure you've heard this one. And without faith, it is impossible to please God. But because anyone who comes to Him must believe that He exists and that He rewards those who generously and earnestly seek Him. Right? Without faith, it is impossible to please God. What does that tell you? Right? Without faith, you cannot please God. Because anyone that wants to be of Christ and to live a life for Christ and with Christ, without belief, that means your faith is weak, and that means your faith is in vain. One of the worst things you can do is have faith and it be in vain, or to live life and it be in vain. That's like you make a decision and there's nothing from it. Nothing comes from it. Right? There's no good that comes from it. It's nothingness. I make it pretty simple. Right? Faith is what you can't see. But faith is deep internal belief that God is who He is, and that God will take care of you, and God's timing is flawless. You have to trust in Him. And that's something I struggle with a lot. And I know you struggle with too. It's that constant trust in God, regardless of where you are in life. Right? You're not where you want to be, but it's not solely because of you. It's because God may not be ready for you to be where you are. God may not be, ready to put you in this position yet, because you have more preparation. You have a timeline. God, it's not on your timeline yet for you to be where you need to be or where God wants you to be. Sometimes you're just going to have to be patient. You're going to have to wait. You're going to have to allow God to just put you where you need to be, right? Because a lot of times you can't control what you want to do. You just have to have faith, right? Put one foot in front of the other. Keep walking with God, and He'll get you to your answer. He'll get you to where you want to be. But that's on you though, because you have to have faith. You can't do things and make things happen on your own. You can't lean on your own understanding. If you don't learn anything else from this video, it's to keep your faith. In 2025, a broken world is not going to continuously, and a broken and sinful world isn't going to get better. But what you can do is you can better yourself. You can grow your faith. You can grow confidence. You can grow your relationship with Christ this year. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something. As always, God bless.